Okay, so I needed to cover this today. I told you I'd do another video. I've noticed a up in my views on the last two, especially the one that, for whatever reason, YouTube saved the horrific midstream cry that I was doing, which isn't even the opening of the video like the first one was, which I think has to do with my fucking situation. I need you to know and understand. I've been doing a lot of research. My favorite person to do research on things is Dr. Fox because I find him compassionate. Um, he has he's a psychologist here in the state of Texas. He does video series on borderline personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, and I also love Dr. Ramani because she covers dealing with narcissistic relationships and narcissistic abuse and all that stuff. And I've been through a lot, and I've been looking back and reflecting on things and actions and how I behaved and stuff I've done in my life and how I responded to things. And all my research, all of the things that Dr. Fox has been talking about, I lined up with somebody with borderline personality disorder. What I got screwed over with was what my family's been doing to me, which is a fucking hellhole. I need you to understand something that's very important that Dr. Fox talks about as a red flag for people who have narcissistic personality disorder, which is classified as a personality disorder that lacks a conscience. They know right from wrong. They choose to do wrong. They're very manipulative. They love to gaslight. And they do this. This is a guarantee, according to Dr. Fox, about narcissistic personality disorder, which he specializes in personality disorders. Cluster B's he's very fond of. He's very, very, very into borderline personality disorder because it's so misunderstood. And there's so much research, and he goes into so many details that it's so worth listening to him talk about it. So he does clarify things. And he's had guests on his show, on his YouTube show, where they talk about their experience with borderline personality disorder. And he's been like a breath of fresh air for me, and at the same time a soul crusher at the same fucking time. And that's not his fault. That's not him. That's my situation. If you enlist people to be what is classified as flying monkeys, everybody calls them flying monkeys. If you enlist people for a situation like what I'm going through, if you enlist people to spy on people for you, so you can block them on Facebook and you can still get information on them, if you enlist people to surprise jump in someplace, like the way it works is you're looking for people that get enlisted to help manipulate and do harm to another human being. They may or may not know that they're doing harm. Most of the time, you're going to be dealing with another person that has narcissistic personality disorder, because people with narcissistic personality disorder prefer other people with narcissistic personality disorder because they think like them and they're on the same level of thinking, and that is what they want because they are so superior, which is a false sense of superiority in their thinking. And if you aren't thinking like them, then you ain't shit. So it's very important to understand enlistment is a part of straight up narcissistic personality disorder. Dr. Fox has covered borderline personality, having both narcissistic personality and borderline personality disorder. It's not a large amount that has narcissistic personality and borderline personality disorder. It's smaller than you think. Most people, when they deal with clinicians, when dealing with borderline personality disorder, according to Dr. Fox, the reason why clinicians have problems with wanting to deal with borderline personality disorder usually is because they think about what he calls the 3%, the extremists of the extremes. He covers the difference between the psychopathy with borderline personality disorder and when you don't have borderline personality disorder. He uses some, from what I was understanding from the video, like antisocial as a comparison for psychopathy. And I need you to understand that even narcissistic personality and antisocial are a lot closer than you think. But those, he explains the do's and the don'ts and the reasons, the whys, and all that. It's very informative. It's very helpful. But I need you to understand, if you enlist people to do these kinds of manipulative things, to spy on people for you and do shit like that, then you have narcissistic personality disorder. It's very, very psychotic. Because, as I said in the last video, the personality disorder, the way it develops is you detach from the version of you that you don't like, or something about you, and you create this whole idea about yourself. And that alone puts you on a delusional level. And if you're delusional, you're psychotic. And you live your life that way. You live your entire life that way. Thus, you are psychotic. So I need you guys to understand that. So I just wanted to share, and that's all I've got for today.